Hit the like button, coming to the building.
We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govans not guilty in count 1 of the indictment. State of Tennessee versus Hernandez Govans, count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant Hernandez Govans not guilty in count 2 of the indictment. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to thank you for your service this week. You've done exactly what the court asked you to do, which was to sit, listen to all the proof, and come to a decision. You are excused.
This Midway J, the biggest OG. One of the jurors, matter of fact, actually, the former of the jury, the head juryman, he came out and did an interview with the news channel. You feel what I'm saying? He actually came out as a whistleblower.
Under a cloak of secrecy and under the agreement their voice would be altered, the foreperson for the 12-member jury that acquitted Hernandez Govans is speaking exclusively to your news leader.
You put 16 strangers in a room and tell them, hey, you guys got to live together for a week.
And the seriousness of the situation was made all too clear, even at the hotel where they were kept secluded. No phones, no clock radios, no outside influences.
Instead of just taking the power cord, they tore the TVs off the wall.
As the trial stretched on, there was one witness for the state, Cornelius Smith, an admitted gunman who was most memorable, we were told, but not for the reason the prosecution was pinning its hopes on.
Statement after statement, he's rebutted by his own statement. So if this is the prosecution's star witness, that case should have never went to trial.
This man must have felt in his heart that he had to come forward and apologize to Dolph family. He felt as though in his heart he had to apologize to Dolph family because he felt justice was not served.
It's not what was there, it's what wasn't there.
A final decision was then reached with a show of hands.
You have to understand that I don't think anybody, but I'll just go with myself, felt great about the verdict. I don't think anybody, but I'll just go with myself, felt great about the verdict. I'm sorry for what we had to do.
This man came back and said, man, look, he apologized because he said, without saying it, the joy was tainted. This man came and said all 11 of the jurors found that this man was guilty.
We all were kind of on the same page except for one person. That person felt conflicted about the definition of conspiracy.
Except one guy or woman. This one person would not fold. This one person would not bend. We don't watch a lot of mob shows. If they could not agree on one thing, on a guilty verdict out of 11 people and just one, I always thought that turned out to be a hung jury.
Smith and Arnold testified the state's best case scenario was a hung jury. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. Why did you not get the video evidence?
And if y'all don't know what a hung jury is, oh, it's a mistrial. We're going to bring this shit back to court, do the whole jury pick again, jury selection again, and whole trial. They said this one guy, now imagine they locked in the hotels with no TV, no nothing, until they get to the bottom. There's no phones or nothing. These people want to go home to their families.
Put 16 strangers in a room and tell them, hey, you guys got to live together for a week.
And the seriousness of the situation was made all too clear, even at the hotel where they were kept secluded. No phones, no clock radios, no outside influences.
Instead of just taking the power cord, they tore the TVs off the wall.
This guy convinced them that, and like they said, I take their words, based upon evidential facts, they couldn't come up and say he was guilty. This guy convinced them that. When the 11 of them found him guilty, this one guy convinced them that due to the evidence, which you gotta go to court of law, due to the evidence, it wasn't enough evidence to find him guilty. But the guy comes back and say 11 of them felt he was guilty. He knew in his heart there was some underhanded going on. That's why he felt he wanted to bring it to the media and be a whistleblower and apologize to Dolph family, because he know, and I mean the other 10 people in that jury know that that man was guilty. But for some reason, they said not guilty. Not a hung jury, a not guilty. Make it make sense? It's one or two things going on, allegedly. What's up, OJ? Ain't nothing, baby. It's one or two things going on, allegedly. Somebody got paid off.
Something the foreman noticed, he told us, was District Attorney Steve Mulroy as he popped in during the trial.
He knew right then and there, if that's the state's case, this isn't going well. And then he quickly exited after.
Or the feds told him to stand down. So you gotta pay attention to what the judge said. The judge, even at the end of her statement, said, look, I just want to thank the members of the jury. Y'all went in, did bop, bop, bop. Y'all did exactly what y'all was supposed to be doing. We don't know what's happening, but they can talk about what happened. But something definitely happened underhanded in that jury room. Had to be, because we got a whistleblower, and these is facts. So Hernandez, you out there running your mouth, you run around being cocky, bro. Your case don't seem like this is the end of it, bro. I think you need to get that money and go pay for some real lawyers, bro, because I don't think they done with you. You got people coming out saying the jury was tainted, scared to speak up, but this shit is making headlines, bro. And it makes sense because nobody can believe that you got found not guilty, bro. You better get on your knees and pray, my boy. Get in the comment section, y'all. Tell me what y'all think about all this, man. Y'all think it's a RICO case coming? Y'all think he working like I've been saying? Things is looking strange. Get in the comment section, man.